In today's video, I take Japan's Hello Kitty Shinkansen train. Japan is addicted to the Hello Kitty franchise and has a special high-speed train themed around the cartoon cat. I'm on board in a reserved seat and I'll be checking out the novelty decor, some unexpected features and just what makes this unique train so magical. We'll be travelling at over 170 miles per hour from Hakata in the south of Japan up to Okayama. Let's go! And welcome to an early morning at Hakata Station, the main railway station serving the city of Fukuoka. It's also the island of Kyushu's largest and busiest station. Japan has a confusing railway fare system to the uninitiated, and while it's possible to buy tickets at the station, I recommend buying online where you can. My reserved seat today on the train cost 12,630 yen for the nearly 3-hour trip north to Okayama. Top tip, you need to put both the ticket and the Shinkansen reservation coupon into the gate to pass, and I always forget this the first time I ever arrive in Japan. Japanese Shinkansen stations are mostly excellent, although only a few outlets were open for food purchase at this very early hour. I need my breakfast and I love trying new and wacky Japanese foods. We're on Kodama service 842 today, the slowest of 3 tiers of Shinkansen service on the Sanyo Shinkansen line. Alright, we've got about 20 minutes until the train leaves. Let's go find it, platform 12. And here she is, the Hello Kitty Shinkansen. This is the only one of these beautiful classic 500 series Shinkansen trains wearing the bright pink Hello Kitty livery, making it unique. The train has a design speed of 199 miles per hour, but in practice this train now doesn't exceed 177 miles per hour, which is still pretty fast. Each carriage features a mascot representing one of the Japanese prefectures the train travels through. Other 500 series Shinkansen trains carry a much more conservative livery. Our train is definitely one to catch the eye. The Hello Kitty Shinkansen was launched on this route in 2018 and operates to a regular timetable. 1 return trip each day between Hakata and Shinosaka, so getting a reservation is pretty reliable. It's even advertised online, so no guessing games as to where it'll turn up. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN, an award-winning virtual private network. Now, there are loads of great reasons to use a VPN like Surfshark, from leveraging lower prices online to improving your online security. Surfshark is part of my travel arsenal because it helps me bounce my device's location to wherever suits me, and there are a load of great things you can do with that functionality, but we don't have time for all of those. Here's just one example. It's really frustrating when I'm in the UK and I want to look at a cool or fun news story I've seen on Twitter, or X as it's called these days. But whoa, this site is from the USA and doesn't comply with the European GDPR. That's really annoying, but a quick flick of the switch to a US location and hey presto, the content is unblocked and I can read it. The reverse actually applies to sites like BBC iPlayer. If I'm not in the UK, it can be hard to get content to work because of licensing issues. But again, set my location as inside the UK and there we go, I can now browse away happily and watch whatever it was I wanted to see. Surfshark is an incredible tool, a real Swiss Army knife, and it's available to you at a very special deal. Go to surfshark.com/wingingit or enter code WINGINIT at checkout to get 4 extra months free of Surfshark VPN. Two of the 8 cars of this train feature reserved seats like this. These are actually the old green cars, Japanese first class on the Shinkansen, now available for any standard ticket holders with a reservation in advance. The layout is 2-2, but as we will see later, you actually might want to chance the unreserved seats, even though they're in a more cramped 3-2 configuration. The seats are very comfortable, and while the train isn't full at the origin, there are quite a few stops and it does fill up later in the morning. The return working leaves Shin Osaka to head back south just before midday and is a lot more popular. One thing I love about the Shinkansen is the acceleration out of the stations. It's quite something to witness and much faster than most European systems. This is a Kodama stopping Shinkansen, but while there are some 12 stops before I get to Okayama, we hit some impressive speeds, and I just wish the weather had been a bit better. The layout of this former green car is no different to the regular service trains. These big armchairs have great legroom and a decently sized fold-down table, which will take a laptop or train bento box with ease. There's even a seating plan with the special Hello Kitty area marked in Coach 1. The curtains are cosmetic only. If, unlike me, you are lucky enough to travel in the sunshine, there is a window blind available. Anyway, these seats are perfectly ergonomic and have excellent recline. Japanese rail travel really is superb. Probably the funniest thing about the Hello Kitty Shinkansen is it's not just a novelty train. This is also a real service train which picks up commuters on their way to work as well as lots of Hello Kitty fans. The mix of passengers is quite fun to see. These 500 series trains still have their smoking area. These were decommissioned and locked last year. Perhaps they could turn these areas into something fun. As well as a regular bathroom, there's also a urinal for those who stand on business, as well as a curtained-off hand-washing area. Cute.
Now the Shinkansen network in Japan is really, wow. That was fast. Now the Shinkansen network in Japan is really safe, but I've got pretty much my whole life in my bag, which I've left at my seat. We've got 20 minutes between stops now, so I'm going to show you arguably the highlight of this train.
On our way to the back of the train, here is one of the unreserved cars in the 3-2 configuration I mentioned, and note how much more brightly decorated these carriages are. In contrast to the reserved seats, there are even novelty window blinds, not to mention the themed luggage areas. Contrast this with the luggage area in my carriage. Well, I'll know for next time, I suppose. Car 1 contains the gift shop, and well, what a strange thing to have on your ride to work. This is the very back of the train, or the front if you're riding it southbound, and it's very bright with loads of decoration themed around the Hello Kitty franchise. And just a reminder, yeah, this train is a stopper. Japan does its themed trains so well. The novelty decor is definitely in the mainstream as part of the Kawaii cute culture which permeates Japanese society. And here's my top tip for the Hello Kitty train. You'll definitely want a souvenir, and you will need cash for it. Yep, they don't take cards in the shop. Thankfully, I managed to buy a few mementos to mark my trip. Much of Japan still runs on cash. Despite its insanely futuristic infrastructure, Japan is a nation of contrasts. It's still a country of coin-operated vending machines and sending faxes as much as it is 200-mile-per-hour Shinkansen trains. You'll remember I bought something to eat before getting on board the train, and here it is. I decided to try a new sando, that's a Japanese take on a sandwich, egg and chicken teriyaki, for a late breakfast. This was actually delicious, and the sando is still my preferred snack in Japan, even more so than a Japanese bento box. We're now on the approach to Okayama, where I'm getting off to change trains to take me all the way up to Izumoshi. Can anyone in the comments guess which video I'd be filming from there? And so my trip on this fabulous pink train comes to a close. I really hope you've enjoyed this brief look at one of Japan's most unique high-speed train services. And of course, I'm always keen to hear from you if you're planning to take this trip yourself, or maybe you've done this before. Let me know. Thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring the video. Go to surfshark.com/wingingit for 4 extra months of Surfshark. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.